Well, good morning and welcome to another vlog. As you can see, I'm back in the van, back from Florida, my little Florida jaunt to work with my women's group and take care of some personal business. So I'm back here in Parker and start getting ready for Alaska. So I have a few things that I have to do with the van. I have this, let's see if I can grab it back here. I don't know if I can grab it. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. I have this dowel that I'm going to be putting into my shelf so that when I'm driving, things don't slide out. I have some pieces of wood, if you can see back here, back in this corner. I need to cover that up because when I put in the ceiling, since I did do it by myself, I thought I was paying attention to details, but obviously I wasn't, and I didn't push the wood back so that it would close the seam. So I need to cover that seam up. I'm going to stain the roof one more time, and then I'm going to work on my refrigerator cabinet. So my refrigerator cabinet is nice, but it's not sturdy enough because I left the front side open so I can pull my fridge in and out off of the slider. But I am actually going to just seal it on in there, so I'm gonna have to cut a piece of wood to go across that front piece, and also realign the wood because when I put the wood in, it wasn't lined correctly. So I'll be doing that and a few other miscellaneous things. Like I bought this really cool contact paper, and I'm gonna use this contact paper for the top of my refrigerator cabinet, and maybe even in my little nook area that I have down here. So I will bring you guys along while I'm putting everything together, getting the van into its final stages before it's time to head out on the road. There's certain things I still have to do for the van, not mechanically, but just like weather stripping, and as I told you guys, I need to add a hitch and a bike rack to the back of the van before I leave so I can take my mountain bike with me. And just little things, straightening up, cleaning up, bringing all of my plant friends. I'm a plant mom, so bringing all my plant friends back into the van so they can acclimate. I have so many plants, guys. As I was just looking at them, I'm just like, wow. So bringing them back into the van. I also bought new blackout curtains that I took to Florida to have so that I could hem them on my friend's sewing machine, but she loaned her sewing machine out. So now I have to hem it myself, which is fine. I'm going to just go on Amazon and see if I can find like a hem maker. I think I saw something like that. I'm not sure. But those are the things that I need to do to get ready for my trip. Florida was great. I loved Florida. I love being able to hang out with my girls group, my women's group, and friends that I haven't seen in over a year. So that was really, really relaxing, being able to get on the water. And if you saw the Springs video for, I think it was like last week's video, I had so much fun, and I saw monkeys. I saw monkeys in the trees in Florida while kayaking in a state park. We saw manatee, we saw monkeys, we saw, of course, alligators, my favorites. Tons of bird life. It was just an amazing, amazing experience. If you're ever in Florida, you definitely have to hit up that particular park. And if you want to know more about it, you can go into my adventure playlist and it'll be posted there. But all right, gotta get ready to start doing some stuff. Like I have all of these clothes that I brought from my luggage that I have to put away, so I'm gonna do that now. All right, so I'm back. I've put things away in places. I still have a ton of stuff to put away that I have to go back through my camera equipment. Start putting my camera equipment away. But I did go into my garage and I grabbed these little guys to hold my, excuse me, to hold my wood down, drill bits, a stain cloth, my drill, a hammer, my tarp, and then I also got my tools. These are just nails, screws, wires, things like that. I'm gonna need to be able to fasten it to the ceiling. So now, I think that I'm going to go into the garage and grab the items that I need, my sawhorses that I'm borrowing, that I bought them, but I gave them to my mom, so now I'm going to borrow them, and I'm going to use them. And the other pieces of wood, I have my stain underneath my sink, and we'll get started. Tarp is down. I'm going to do this side first, and then I'll move my tarp onto this side, and then I'll do the other side. What you can see here, what I was talking about in the seam. Like I'm determined not to have to take the roof off and just do it again. I'm not going to do that. That was a lot of work, and I cut the wood like wrong, like 2 times. So we won't be doing that again. So, all right, here we go. Right, we're ready. I have my saw. The wood, I just need to measure it. I wrote down the measurements that I needed for the cut. I thought I had some measuring tape and, oh, there it is. Measuring tape, pen for marking, because I don't want to go back in my garage to get a marking pencil, so I'll just use this pen. And I need, for this is what I'm going to put on the ceiling, so I'm going to cut it and then I'll stain it before I put it up. But I need one cut that is a foot. And I'm just gonna hold it down and cut it. So one piece that's a foot, and then the other piece needs to be 18 inches and 1/8. Let's get this party started. first is just putting these two pieces up. So I'm just gonna put these up. I'm gonna stain them, and then I'm going to put them up. So while they're drying, while this first layer of stain is drying on there, I will be staining the inside of there. That's what's up next. Okay, let's get to staining. So I'm going to work my way back this way. Start on this side first. Well, I'm just gonna go back and forth. I only have the tarp laid down right here over my bed, especially. So we'll start. Just have to put a little bit of the stain in there. You don't have to soak it. And then you just have to take this thing. Let that hang. Just going to all right, so that's it. The staining is done. The only thing I need to do now is install. I'm gonna wait for these pieces here to dry that I've stained, and then I will put these up. So one goes on this side. Hopefully I cut. Oops, no. I lied. One goes on this side here to cover this seam. And the other goes on the other side, and then seal that up so that I don't have to look at it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I can see my reflectix. I don't think that's, I guess it's okay, but I think this will look a lot better. So while this stuff is drying, I'm going to wash my hands, and then I'm going to actually put the dowels in, because I figure I can paint the dowels once they're inside. They don't have to be painted now. They can be painted once they get into the shelf. I'm just kind of trying to use some of the stain. I still have a little tiny bit of stain left, but I don't have anything else to stain. Great thing is I'll keep this little piece and put it in my garage just in case I might need it later on. Maybe I'll do a third. I think I have enough to do a third staining. And this is this stain is a very natural, so it just brings out the natural color of the wood. So I'm not actually changing the color of wood. I'm just kind of enhancing what I have. But let me get my hands washed and we'll get started on drilling the holes for the dowels. Okay, I'm back. These are cut. They're perfect, and I'm going to put them in now. Took me like 15 minutes to go to the store, come back, cut these pieces, measure, cut, and all that stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I have the wood that didn't fit. I'm going to use that as my dip stick and my wood glue. Then I will add it to the end of the glue here. Just put it in there on that side. And also I'll put a little bit on this little tip right here as well. And I'm gonna get this in there to where it needs to be. My mallet. spongy. Okay, let's start from here. I'm gonna start from there. Let this glue off there. I'm gonna tap it down into the space instead. I probably should have started from the bottom. Made my way up, but you know. So next thing is going to be to put these pieces up. They have dried, so the stain is dry. Stain is dry here in the roof as well. So I'll be placing these here. I'll be tacking them in with nails. So I have these nails. I'm gonna use finishing nails, which these should be long enough. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. My battery died, and I was just like talking and cursing, and you guys missed all the good stuff. But anyways, I did put everything in. It's not perfect because I am not, for one, a perfect person, and two, I'm not a builder. So this is just me trying to maintain my house and my home so it doesn't fall apart. For homeowners, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm just trying to maintain everything. I'll show you the finished product. I have to clean it up a little bit. I learned as I was moving along about trying to put the nails in upside down. It was so awkward. Being left-handed sucks sometimes, or maybe it's just trying to, I don't know. But this is the finished product right here. Let me show it to you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can get my thing done. Okay, there we go. So this is the finished product. This is one side here. This is the other side. I still may drive a nail through there, but this is in there. This is not coming out at all, so it's kind of closed up that seam. And this is the area where I put the dowels in. So it's still drying from the glue. I have to clean up in here, vacuum and stuff, and do some cleaning here. This is from using the mallet, and do some touch-up painting. But I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to be working on the cabinet. It's starting to get windy here in the desert, and I don't want to be working against the wind. So I'm going to put my things away, and I'm going to go inside my mom's because I can't sleep in here with all this clutter. But I am slowly moving back into the van. I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me and watching me figure stuff out. Things are just like, I say all the time, I'm winging it. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time, and I have an idea in my head, and if that idea doesn't pan out, then I switch it and I think of other ways. So thank you guys for coming and watching me as I try to evolve within the van, doing all this maintenance stuff. For those who are homeowners, you guys know exactly what I mean. If you just let it go, then everything goes. So I'm trying to like kind of keep up with that. Thank you to my Patreons for all of your support, and to everyone in general. I'm just happy that you guys are here, and I hope that you guys are getting some type of benefit out of the vlogs. You have to let me know how you feel about the photography vlogs. So I've done a couple of photography vlogs, and I just want to, because I'm starting to incorporate them into the channel, and I want to see, how do you guys feel about them? Have you guys seen them yet? If you haven't, go back and watch it. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about that part of the channel when it comes to vlogs. And if you made it this far, thank you so much. I wanted to also talk about my retreat for women, the first one being in Costa Rica, October 18th through the 23rd. And if you're interested, the link is in my description. You can go to the page, check out the pricing, what is and isn't included. Things that are included would be like meals, outdoor activities, shuttle service to and from the airport, things like that. But you can go and check out everything. There's a sample itinerary on the page, and if you have questions or are interested, you can send me a message and we can discuss it. We can set up a call to talk about any of your concerns or questions that you might have. This is a women's only retreat, and this is the first retreat. Once I get this retreat under my belt, so even if no one shows up for my retreat, which fingers crossed that's not going to happen, but I'm still going to Costa Rica in October. But I would love to have people come along with me. So if you can't make it, maybe you know someone who can. This is a wellness and adventure retreat. We'll be doing things for each other as far as our environment and trying to be conducive to creating a network with self-care and wellness and adventure in mind. So again, that link is in my description. But thank y'all again, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. I know I say thank you a lot, but I am truly grateful for you guys being here and for you allowing me to come into your homes and share my life. So till next time, love and light.